Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot. So this is going to be your weekly read from January 5th through January 11th, which I will say, first portal of the year, 111. I'll do a separate reading on it, I promise. But before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you guys to each and every one of you for all your love and support. This channel would not be what it is without each and every one of you guys. And so thank you. You lift me up just as much as I hope these messages lift you up. And I love you back. So let's see what's going on this week. So as we walk into this week on the 5th, we are greeted with the Aries moon, which gives us courage and belief in our gifts, in our skills, belief in ourselves. And with the sun in Capricorn as well, it's all about focus on using our gifts, on using our skills towards building stability in 2025, building that structure, building that sense of security through our stability. And what I see right away here with the Six of Cups is that we're looking back and finding a connection to the past, finding a connection from what we've learned in 2024, possibly somebody even coming back in. Basically, I will say too, January is all about relationships for us Virgos. And so what I do see here coming back in may trigger whoever is coming back in or whatever is coming back in, may trigger basically a period of pain or trauma that had happened in the past. This is where it may trigger you. It may cause some anxiety, may cause you to feel burnt out. You may be feeling a bit of fear or stress or feeling of overwhelmed, basically, when you're walking into this week. But the Aries moon is going to give us a leg up. And to boot, on the 6th, it's actually a half moon in Aries. And for Virgos, don't ask. For Virgos, this is a period of heightened energy, especially with a heightened energy put towards direct action. And so if you had been feeling stagnant, if you had been feeling trauma or a period of heartache from the past that's happened, from past events that have happened that have made you stagnant or have brought you into a place that really left you feeling stressed, that brought on a need for recovery, a need for rest. This is the time where this half moon in Aries will really help with giving you that boost of energy, because truly at this time, Spirit wants to remind you that your wishes do come true. Basically, your desires will come true. You are in a place of manifestation right now. And with this half moon in Aries, that's really what it's all about, is that manifestation. It's about putting direct action toward and taking initiative. It's a time to channel that inner go-getter while remaining mindful of the details and the consequences. But it's about basically making thoughtful decisions instead of rash decisions. And this is truly where, like I say, Spirit is handing you a gift. This half moon in Aries will basically help redivert your focus, get you out of the funk, I guess is how I would put it, of whatever 2024 is still lagging and pulling on you. It'll get you out of that and help you refocus on 2025 towards really taking direct action towards your goals, taking direct action with standing in the Empress power, because truly you are meant to build something here, is what I would say. You're basically not only very fertile right now, but there's a material influence, a maternal influence, and a material wealth that you're birthing right now in 2025. And especially with us Virgos, when it comes to finance and career, this is all about the time with this half moon in Aries, the first opportunity with the 2025 year to channel that inner go-getter while remaining mindful of the details as well as the consequences, the pros and the cons about what actions you take. Leaving behind what no longer serves you and instead letting your intuition, letting your faith guide you. Now, as Mars enters Cancer as well, this is a time, like I say, where basically we tend to be in our feelings, but it's a good way. We tend to do it and reflect it in action through good deeds. it often, though, lends itself towards also having it those good deeds get into a stuck stage of fantasy, or get stuck at a stage of fantasy. And so it's important to act on your ideas, to get them out of the mind into your life through channeling that half moon manifestation power. And if that resonates, by all means, if you've been having a lot of ideas, share your story, share your thoughts in the comments below of what you're going through. Put a heart in the comments below. But most importantly for yourself, now is the time to journal. That way you don't feel the exhaustion, the feeling of fear of exaggeration or failure, where you're feeling overwhelmed by all these ideas, but instead you're channeling them. You're holding on to them rather than living in a point of regret with them. But you're not necessarily, you're getting them out, basically, getting them out of the mind, so that you're not spreading yourself too thin. You're not feeling overwhelmed or stressed or overburdened or feeling too much responsibility. But more importantly, you can work towards your goals one at a time. See them in that practical action, that practical manifestation. See them in practical steps. Utilize that opportunity, that visual of journaling them, to really prioritize, get those steps in line for that, and take advantage of not only the half moon in Aries, but also too that Capricorn sun, to really set the stage for 2025 and build and manifest your goals on that stable structure. Now, as the moon moves over to Taurus on the 7th, this is where our attention turns towards family, home, and security. Also about compatibility. This is where you're laboring towards your goals. You're laboring with a focus on your hard work, but you're utilizing your resources wisely. This is where Spirit wants to remind you that everything will go well. Utilizing your resources wisely, and basically also too, what I'm getting with this is that you've got the Midas touch right now. I mean, look at this. Like, both of them are basically reaching for the sun. You hold the sun in your hand right now. That stability, that structure, that Capricorn energy. And so on the 7th, you'll really get that boost up from that Taurian moon. But also, too, there's a trine between the moon and Mercury during this time. And so it's also all about education. It's about communication, but it's also about critical thinking, problem solving. And so, like I say, journaling during this week is going to be so important, especially when it comes to your ideas, because it'll really help you with looking through those with a critical eye, working through those problems with that critical mind, with that independent thinking, utilizing the opportunity to see what you need to learn about, communicate with the wisdom of mentorships, seeking out that mentorships, but also to utilizing the resources at hand to develop and to grow what you don't know, to set that stage accordingly. And like I say, if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below, because what I am seeing here, especially as we walk into this January 11th portal, this 111 portal, is that Spirit wants to remind you that wishes really do come true. Wishes are meant to be yours. Also, too, more importantly, there is abundance that's meant for you at this time. There is material success that will manifest, and an opportunity to really manifest that material success here as well that will lead towards abundance for 2025. Now, on the 8th, Mercury, which of course we're ruled by as Virgos, is also going to be moving into Capricorn. And so this is where we become even more critical. We become even more focused with an exceptional concentration on difficult tasks. This is where your bravery is needed. And especially with these difficult tasks, they will be aligned towards business ventures, towards philanthropy, towards career development. And so this is where not only will you maybe, see a test of your fear, or also, too, look at the challenge of articulating what you truly want, going after what you truly want. But also, too, it's a point where you may even be, experiencing confrontation, experiencing exhaustion, experiencing excessive responsibility or pressures. This is where Spirit is reminding you that now is the time to stand and to take charge and to stand your ground, because now is the time where you truly are in a favorable position. You may have opposition. You may have, opposition that's triggering you to basically be on the defense. But with both these cards here signaling bravery, this is about really a time to fight for what you truly want in life, to fight for what's truly yours, and to tackle those difficult circumstances, tackle those difficult projects, those difficult tasks, the ones that we always put off. If you're like me, if you're starting a business, for instance, it's making sure that you've done the paperwork with your taxes, with how you're registering your business, with how you're signing up for your marketing campaigns, how you're networking, who are your leads here coming through, those types of strategical approaches that will basically, like I say, it's not my favorite thing to put everything down on the paper, but this is where truly it'll set you up in a favorable position, because truly there is a new beginning, especially when it comes with finances, with business, meant for you in 2025 as a Virgo. And this is also where your analytical nature will be amplified with a focus on structure, with long-term planning, especially when Mercury is in Capricorn. So take advantage of it. But it's all about helping us with long-term planning, with communication, but it's also about the bottom line. I don't mean that when it comes to money, but I mean that in the way of communication. There's no sugarcoating to ourselves or to others. During 2025, what Virgos will be taking with them the most is that we are done, when it came to 2024, we're kind of done with toxic relationships, right? With bad business partners, bad relationships, toxic, unhealthy relationships. And that doesn't have to be love. It can be family, friends, like I say, business partners, coworkers, etc. This is a time with Mercury and Capricorn where it's important it'll really challenge us, or the universe is really challenging us and helping us with no longer focusing on the sugarcoating, not beating around the bush, but essentially saying what we mean, meaning what we say, and more importantly, committing to that. Committing to this fresh start, committing to 2025 wholeheartedly and whole-mindfully, where you can rise to the challenge, achieve that prosperity and success, set yourself up with that stable foundation, that structure that's needed to ensure that freedom, right? This is where it's about. And I mean, back to back here, this is so reflective of the 111 portal, but 1, and then we also have the 12. I'm just saying here. So with the Hanged Man, this is about spiritual growth. And spoiler alert, I will do a separate reading, but really 111 is really all about that harmony. It's about home, care, security. And so this is also social security, yes, but most importantly, it's about surrender to spiritual growth, surrender to faith, to know that you can take on that new perspective, but it's also walking forward with a new perspective on your commitments, putting forth where you say what you mean what you say, and it's all about the bottom line. There's no sugarcoating anything. And if that resonates, by all means, like I say, share your thoughts in the comments below, share your story, or just put a heart in the comments below as well. But either way, we here are with you on this channel, supporting you during this time. Because like I say, with the Five of Wands, I do definitely see that there is a clash of ambition. There's disputes, there's envy from others, there's a lack of unity that you're kind of coming up against during this time. You are standing in the Nine of Pentacles energy. You are basically at this point where you're enjoying the fruits of your labor. You've got good news coming in. You're reaching toward that 111 portal with finding that inner peace through surrender. And a lot of people see your bright light, and they see a lot of, they're just basically, you got haters. And I guess the way that I would put it is, you're doing something right when you got haters. If you're not experiencing the opportunity of hate or of envy, and I say that facetiously, in all serious wise though, you know that you're doing something right when you attract the people that have envy. They want to learn from you just as much as they look at you and see what they want, what you have, without necessarily doing the work, I guess is how I would put it. On the 9th, the moon is going to be entering Gemini. This is all about communication with contacts, training, learning. Again, this week is all about that education, with all about that structural growth. This is truly where standing in your Nine of Pentacles power, standing in what you've learned, committing to what you mean, saying what you mean, doing what you say, right? Committing towards those communication, those networks and healthy relationships, standing firm on your boundaries as you walk into this 111 portal. This is where the world truly is yours. You've passed this test, basically. And this is a new chapter that this portal will be opening as we close out this week. But it's all about taking advantage of that January 9th energy, that Gemini moon energy, to really mean what you say. Stand in your networking, stand in your truth, and communicate what you feel, what you desire, what you need, and also standing in your truth. Justice is on your side. This is the time where truly you are supported, and you will find a balance and a harmony, not only in your relationships, but also if you're dealing with a legality issue, if you're dealing with a challenge against integrity, if you're seeing things be unequitable. This is a time where justice is in your favor. And on the 10th, I will also say, with the moon being in Gemini, it's also going to be conjunct with Jupiter, our planet of positivity, just saying. But this is where there's a great potential of financial gains. It's all about health is wealth at this time and following your heart with your ambitions when it comes to your artistic talents. This is the time, again, to stand, and Spirit is reminding you that you truly are a symbol of hope at this time. This is the time to go with the flow, to fill that cup, to fill that healing hope, to shine that light. Also, too, to embrace the vision that you have held in you, that you were born with, as you walk into this January 11th portal. Because this is the time where we'll not only get an opportunity to get a leg up between the conjunction of the moon and Jupiter, but as the moon moves into Cancer, just in time for the January 11th portal, the 111 portal. Again, it's all about home, care, and security. As the North and the South nodes will shift to Pisces and Virgo on that axis, it encourages us to focus on our spiritual growth, to focus on our harmony, especially and balance, especially in relationships. But like I say, it's all about where in 2024, if 2024 has taught us anything, it's that we as Virgos, especially with focus on our relationships that we hold and that we nurture, we're done with toxic, basically. It's about sticking to those boundaries, setting those boundaries, but more importantly, taking your power back, not giving your power up to those who, I hate to say it, are trying to gaslight you, are trying to lie or deceive you or take advantage of you. And just knowing that right now is to surround yourself with good relationships, with trusting relationships, with peace and harmony. Because really at this point, that is what you're attracting, right? During this portal, especially in the focus of your relationships, it's about calling in what's meant for you and setting boundaries against the toxicities that no longer serve you. And that includes how you talk to yourself, vices as well, and how you treat yourself, how you treat your body, how you care for yourself. And so now is the time really, truly, to remember that fire within you, to stand your ground against being treated poorly, and to remember that you alone choose to be unstoppable. Your passion is your power, and you are bold, as well as now is the time to be brave. You are also not alone, because mighty forces will come and will, especially, as you ask, be careful what you ask for, you will receive, right? As above, so below. But right now, during this portal, you are calling in more, I cannot talk, mighty forces, and they are here waiting to help. Now, on the bottom of the deck as well, we've got the dragonfly. That's all about magic. This is about embracing transformation. And so Spirit really wants to remind you here during this time, especially as we close out the week, walk into this January 11th portal, that you are that you are courageous. Now is the time to let go of the past and let the magic of nature within you shine, because you are brilliant and you are blessed. This is the week, this is the portal where you will find that it's not that you're lucky, you're blessed. Everything that comes to you is because of your faith, because of your love, because of your karma, because of your good deeds. Now is the time to call in, to manifest through that energy. Tap into that half moon energy. Tap into the Geminian energy when the moon transfers over. And as this portal comes open, as we walk into the Cancer moon, and as those north and south poles shift into that Pisces and Virgo's alignment, to find peace and harmony through your spiritual growth and through balance in your relationships, through setting boundaries, but also focusing on your structure, surrounding yourself with love and peace. And if you are feeling alone during this time, by all means, know that we here on this channel are here lifting you and supporting you as well during this time. Check out the Honey Sea Star store. All the designs are meant to support, uplift, and inspire you throughout your day. It's kind of an extra pick-me-up of knowing you are never alone. The universe is with you, we are with you, and we are supporting you through love and light. Now, I do also want to I just wanted to take a look at the major arcana here for the music therapy, for the color therapy piece. But what I've got here, or what we pulled here rather, I should say, is the A sharp, the F sharp, the A, and the G sharp. And so if you are feeling any chakra blockages this week, especially as you walk into the 111 portal, try playing around with this through meditative improv to realign your chakras, to really cleanse that energy. What I see in here a lot is a very analogous color scheme as well, And so we've got the green, which aligns to our grounding, right, to our heart chakra. And so it's knowing that and trusting that we are truly actively supported during this time. We are grounded because we are the vessel of the divine. We are a vessel of the divine and the universe. And we are here through devotional kindness, through gratitude for all that is, was, and is on its way. And with the blue, that really stems into the throat chakra. It's about finding your voice, standing your ground, remembering that you are listening as well as your voice needs to be heard and will be heard as well as you hear others during this time. And then with the purples, this is really all about the third eye as well as the crown. It's remembering that you are connected. We are all connected in the universe, and we're connected to the universe. But we're also naturally intuitive. We are open to receive the visions. We are open to receive the guidance so that we can journey along this life in all of our trials, tribulations, and lessons, knowing that we are guided to become our best enlightened selves. And so try playing around with those and embracing those colors during this time, the greens, the blues, the purples. Also, too, like I say, try playing around with some music therapy here as well. Clear those chakras out as you go. That way, when 111 comes, you can welcome that portal that brings care, security, and home to us with spiritual growth and with harmony in our relationships within as well as surrounding us. And so I truly hope this message helps. If this resonated, by all means, your support to this channel means the world. Please like, share, subscribe. It'll not only help us with growing this channel, but also too, it'll help with getting this message out to as many Virgos as we can. That way we can all support each other, all lift each other up, and welcome this 111 portal together. And so I truly hope this reading helps. I am sending all my love and light to you. Until we read again, have a wonderful week. Love and light.